I knew what I needed. I needed this family. I needed too much for my sister wives. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Don't forget to subscribe and give this episode a thumbs up. You simply can't keep anything secret from the Sister Wives fans. And for once, it's good to see some good news, especially after all of the drama lately within the Brown family. Last week, news came out that Robyn Brown is having her first baby. This is what we have so far. Robyn Brown, who stars on Sister Wives, is pregnant. As with most of the Sister Wives fans, I was shocked to find Robyn doing an interview on her local news station. She is currently the manager at the Kendra Scott store, located at the City Creek Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. When the 30-year-old offered up some fun Mother's Day gift suggestions, she seemed to be fairly far along in her pregnancy. Robyn held her expanding belly lovingly in a blue floral sundress as viewers tuned in. "How appropriate you have your first little one coming along," the reporter commented. Robyn smiled and replied, "I see what you're saying, Dot." Up until now, the Sister Wives family has not commented publicly on the newest member. In comparison to a lot of her siblings, Robyn has held her personal life a bit tighter to the vest. Michael T. Brown, her hometown neighbor, also has 3 kids, Avalon, Ace, and Archer. When Robyn's baby comes along, she will surely have a slew of playdates planned. This will be Robyn's and her husband Mitch Thompson's first baby. Neither Robyn nor Mitch has officially issued any public announcements regarding the joyous news as yet. When did Sister Wives' Robyn Brown meet her current husband, Mitch Thompson, before they began courting? As fans of Sister Wives are aware, Mitch and Robyn were old friends. In a prior episode, Cody Brown mentioned that Mitch was close to the family for years. Robyn and Mitch grew up together in Utah and went to the same church. In their school years, Robyn actually had a small crush on Mitch. However, following Cody relocating the family to Las Vegas, Robyn and Mitch lost contact with each other for some time. Mitch was initially revealed publicly as Robyn's fiancé in season 13. "We grew up in the same church group, and I had a little crush on him," Robyn revealed to People. "We broke up and went our separate ways until, coincidentally, we ended up both back in Utah for a protest. Some of my relatives just happened to be at that protest as well. When my dad's uncle questioned me about our relationship, I explained to him that nothing had ever occurred between us since neither of us pursued the other. That's when I figured I'd give Mitch a try." Mitch suggested in 2017, and the two of them got married in June 2018. Following their honeymoon journey around Scotland and Ireland, Mitch and Robyn returned to Utah to start growing their family. So what is Robyn Brown doing nowadays that she's no longer with Sister Wives? Based on her LinkedIn page, Robyn graduated in 2019 from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, with a marriage and family therapy chapter counseling degree. She's worked as the store manager for Kendra Scott for the last 4 years. Alongside her professional career, Robyn has also been participating in volunteer work with organizations such as the Alzheimer's Association and Autism Speaks. Though Robyn made her last Sister Wives appearance in season 13, which came out in 2019. After 9 years, Robyn finally realized that fame life wasn't for her. Despite this, fans continue to catch Robyn here and there at family functions. She has been spotted at her sister's wedding, her mom's wedding, and her brother Garrison Brown's funeral. As with several of her siblings, Robyn and Cody aren't close. Cody recently opened up about having a serious conversation with Robyn in a sit-down session. On a recent episode of Sister Wives, the 18-year-old father recalled, "Robyn and I had this long discussion." He explained, "She literally said to me, 'What did I do? Why don't you like me?'" Cody went on to reveal that Robyn called him out, which he interpreted as a signal that something wasn't quite right. "I said to her, 'Sweetheart, I love you. I always have, and always will.'" As to whether Cody will be able to wrap his arms around being grandpa, only time will tell. At Reality Tea, we'd like to offer our sincerest congratulations to Robyn and Mitch at this exciting time. Finally, some positive news from the Sister Wives family. Earlier this week, Robyn Brown and her husband Mitch Thompson revealed that they are having a baby. Of course, Robyn is the daughter of Sister Wives stars Cody Brown and his former wife Christine Brown. Robyn and Mitch, who got married in June 2018 during Sister Wives season 13, are now getting ready for their first child. Although they have not yet shared a due date, fans are all over the good news. Robyn proudly flaunted her expanding baby bump as the news went around. In promoting Mother's Day gift ideas on Salt Lake City's Fox 13 News, Robyn, manager of the Kendra Scott at SLC's City Creek Center, was featured on air. Robyn was recommending gifts for moms while pregnant with her first child, which, as the anchor noted, was particularly ironic. Only a few days ago on Sister Wives, Cody had shared that he had spoken to some of his adult daughters residing in Utah and got reacquainted. "I had this long conversation with Robyn," Cody explained in episode 21. "She said, 'What's wrong, Dad? What did I do? Dad, why don't you like me?'" While even recounting this tearful scene, Cody could not refrain from making a slight jab at Christine. Though he reassured Robyn, saying he loved her and always would, Cody emphasized that he wanted a relationship that wasn't clouded by his perception of her mother, or Christine's perception of him. Cody explained, "I didn't feel comfortable reaching out to everyone because I'm still carrying a lot of pain." He added, "I often feel unwelcome because of what's happened in my life." Interestingly, no mention was made of any pregnancy at the time. Although Cody subsequently informed Robyn Brown, his sole remaining wife, that the conversation had strengthened his relationship with Robyn, the shows are usually filmed months in advance of when they are broadcast, so Robyn might not have even been pregnant yet. Though this will be Robyn and Mitch's first baby, the Brown family now has a total of 8 grandchildren. Secrets are almost impossible to keep in reality TV land, particularly with the Sister Wives fan base, which is notoriously devoted. Even after appearing on the show, fans remain interested in the cast's private lives, having seen the Brown family dynamic play out through its highs and lows over the years. Amidst the recent commotion over Cody Brown and his family, a little good news has finally emerged, capturing the hearts of longtime fans. Robyn Brown, Cody's daughter from his several marriages, has announced on social media that she and Mitch Thompson are having their first child together. The news was revealed as a lovely surprise when Robyn made an appearance on a Salt Lake City, Utah local news segment. Fans, many of whom have closely followed the Brown family story, got a rare glimpse into Robyn's life away from the reality TV cameras during the broadcast, which focused on creative Mother's Day gift ideas. Robyn, who is now 30 years old, looked absolutely radiant in a blue floral sundress as she proudly showed off her growing baby bump. Throughout the segment, she was tenderly cradling her belly, to the delight of fans in attendance. During the interview, it was obvious from Robyn's large baby bump that her pregnancy was already far along. A local journalist, observing her visible belly, said, "It's perfect timing that your first child is on the way." Robyn smiled warmly and simply said, "I know," affirming the happy news. For Robyn, and for longtime viewers who've watched her develop since the Sister Wives' early days, the news was a joyful moment. While some of her siblings have been more forthcoming about their personal lives on camera, Robyn has maintained a lower profile. Her decision to take a more private life in recent years has left fans speculating, always hungry for views into her life. Although Robyn has kept mostly out of the public eye, it's clear she has created a secure and sound life for herself. She and her husband Mitch live in Utah, where they are expecting their first child together. A love story rekindled. Mitch and Robyn's is a tale of destiny and reunion. Raised in the same church group in Utah, the two were playmates as children. Though they had history together, it wasn't until years after, at a family reunion in Utah, that they reconnected. Reunited by circumstance and common memories, their romance grew rapidly. Mitch asked him to marry him in the summer of 2017, and the pair legally wed the following year. Following their honeymoon journey along the stunning countryside of Scotland and Ireland, Mitch and Robyn headed back to Utah to start life together. Today, they're preparing to open the next page: parenthood. A quiet life. Aspen has long been content with a quieter life than some of her siblings, particularly Michael T., who has adopted a public image and appears regularly on Sister Wives. Aspen actually ended up leaving the reality show after season 13, knowing that a life on camera wasn't what she desired for the long term. Though Aspen left the limelight, she hasn't been completely out of her family's lives. She's still been seen at important family gatherings, such as her sister's wedding, her mom's wedding, and sadly, her brother's funeral, Garrison Brown. There have nevertheless been strained times between. Aspen and her father, Cody Brown, have not had an easy relationship. Although Aspen no longer appears on Sister Wives, Cody recently posted a conversation he had with her during a recent episode of the show. He called their conversation deep and emotional. According to Cody, Aspen openly confronted him, saying, "Why don't you like me?" Cody insisted that he loves her, highlighting the underlying tension between them into clear relief. "I always did, and I always will," he said. This moment underscored the complicated relationship between Cody and his children, many of whom have criticized his parenting in interviews. Aspen's life away from reality. TV. Aspen has established a thriving career entirely independent of the spotlight. Following her degree in marriage and family therapy from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, she proceeded to oversee a Kendra Scott jewelry store, a job she's been doing for some years. From her working career, Aspen has developed security and independence. Moreover, she has volunteered with various organizations such as the Alzheimer's Association and Autism Speaks, further demonstrating her dedication to community service. Stepping away from Sister Wives was a personal choice for Aspen. The constant public attention that goes along with reality TV stardom never really appealed to her. Regardless, Aspen's life after the show has been rich with its own meaning. Although she no longer appears on camera with the family, she stays engaged by showing up to important events and milestones. Cody's uncertain role as a grandfather. Now that Aspen is pregnant with her first child, fans are keen to know if Cody will play a part in this new chapter in her life. While the Brown patriarch has appeared for milestone events in his children's lives in the past, it is not known if he will become the grandfather role that others anticipate. Considering the tense relations within the Brown family, primarily between Cody and most of his adult kids, his part in Aspen's baby is yet to be confirmed. Similar to the case of a number of his other kids, Cody's relationship with Aspen is a complicated one. However, this is a positive and promising time for Aspen, the start of a new generation for the Brown family, and maybe a new beginning for all of them. For Aspen and Mitch, this pregnancy is not only the birth of a child, but a new beginning. They are constructing their future together as well as preparing for the rite of parenthood. Amid the ongoing challenges within the family, it's a moment of excitement and hope for many Sister Wives fans. Even if they can only follow the couple's journey from afar, fans are celebrating Aspen's step into motherhood. Though Aspen has chosen to keep her personal life more private compared to her siblings, her news brings immense joy to both her family and her supporters. Her grace in creating a successful life outside the limelight is truly inspiring. The future of the Brown family. With so much recent upheaval in the Brown family's lives, viewers are all set to see what's next. Drama has been abundant, from the aftermath of Cody's relationships to the inevitable changes that have taken place over time. But with the advent of a new generation, Aspen's baby, comes an aura of renewal and hope in the midst of all this upheaval. Clearly, the Brown family saga is far from finished. As Aspen and Mitch get set to receive their new addition, longtime Browns fans will be looking on, eager to see the next installment, one hopefully filled with change, healing, and rejuvenation. Famous for their complicated relationships and drama, the Brown family has now been blessed with a rare bit of happy, uplifting news. Aspen, Cody, and Christine Brown's daughter has made the announcement publicly that she and her husband, Mitch Thompson, are having their first child together. Aspen and Mitch's relationship has been a ride in itself. Following years of common history and friendship, their affair matured into love. and their marriage took place in the summer of 2018. Even though Aspen grew up in the public eye, she has managed to keep most of her personal life private. But with this latest chapter, Awaiting Motherhood, is a milestone in her public narrative. Readers who have witnessed the highs and lows of the Brown family are delighted with this feel-good update. While Aspen and Mitch have not yet revealed their baby's due date, Aspen recently sat down in an interview with a Salt Lake City local news station where she helped promote ideas for Mother's Day gifts. Dressed in a light floral sundress that stunningly showcased her expanding baby bump, Aspen glowed and seemed so content. The interviewer couldn't help but make light of the timing, commenting on how ironic it was that Aspen, soon to be a mother herself, was proposing gifts for mothers. With the current fascination with the Brown children, many of whom like to keep a low profile, the news of Aspen's pregnancy was greeted with delight and enthusiasm. Her transition into motherhood further strengthens her connection with her extended family. Although she has generally avoided the public eye, Aspen's interactions with her parents and siblings have provided glimpses of her emotional state from time to time. Her dad, Cody Brown, recently spoke about trying to make peace with his older children, including Aspen. In a recent episode of Sister Wives, Cody told a poignant story about something that happened between him and Aspen. She had come up to him, feeling disconnected and questioning why the two of them felt so distant. This frank moment revealed the intricacies of their relationship. Cody reaffirmed Aspen of his love for her, but his thoughts also showed the individual struggles and the emotional hurt that he has suffered, especially since his relationship with her mother, Christine. He spoke candidly about feeling isolated in so many family relationships, particularly the strained ones damaged by past conflicts. Significantly, the conversation mentioned nothing of Aspen's pregnancy, perhaps because the reality show was shot months ago, before the news broke. Nevertheless, Cody said he wanted to re-establish a relationship with Aspen that was not tainted by the acrimony of his previous conflicts with Christine. Now, with Aspen and Mitch having their first child, the next chapter of their lives is launched. The birth of their baby represents something greater than individual joy. It brings renewed life and promise to the Brown family, too. Aspen and Mitch's son or daughter will be the youngest addition, Cody's 8th grandchild, to a family that still grows with every challenge and every celebration. The birth of Aspen and Mitch's child will herald the beginning of a new generation in the Brown family, one that will go on to develop through the hardships and victories that have long characterized their past. Important note, this story deals with the serious subject of suicide. If you or someone you know is having difficulty, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is there by calling 988. Through the years, fans of Sister Wives have developed a strong bond with the Brown family, particularly the children. The fans have seen most of the elder children grow up on television, marking occasions such as college graduations, weddings, and birthdays. No one, however, could prepare them for the devastating tragedy that would befall them. While the family is still grieving Garrison Brown's passing, the next episode threatens to be one of the most emotionally charged ever. This following chapter will be focused on the mourning of Cody and Janelle Brown's son. What had occurred with Garrison Brown? On March 5th, 2024, Cody and Janelle made a public disclosure of their son, Robert Garrison Brown's death. At the age of only 25, Garrison took his own life in his Flagstaff, Arizona home. Garrison had suffered a gunshot wound from his own hand, according to the Coconino County Medical Examiner's report. The report also indicated that Garrison had ethanol intoxication, and his blood alcohol level was 0.307%. For perspective, Arizona's legal limit is 0.08%, and anything above 0.4% is potentially lethal. Sadly, the one who found him unresponsive on the floor of his bedroom was Grison's brother, Gabriel Brown. In a sad joint statement posted on Instagram, Janelle and Cody wrote, "Janelle and I are heartbroken to announce the death of our handsome boy, Robert Garrison Brown. He brought immense happiness to all who knew him. We will always have an unbearable emptiness in our lives. We respectfully request that we be given some privacy while we celebrate his life. It has now been disclosed that Garrison had been having a hard time. especially with constant family issues, and the tension with his father, Cody, was weighing on him heavily. Ahead of Sister Wives, Episode 23, Sister Wives Season 19. Episode 23 is going to be a very hard episode to watch. TLC gave a preview on Instagram where they captioned, "On the next Sister Wives, Janelle, Cody, and the Brown family experience an unimaginable loss." In the teaser, Janelle is seen breaking down during her confessional, trying to cope with the overwhelming grief brought on by the loss of her son. The Brown family has known its share of ups and downs, but a recent bit of news has brought some light in the midst of all the chaos. Aspen Brown, Cody and Christine's daughter, has made it official. She and her husband, Mitch Thompson, are having their first child together. Though the Brown family has known its share of struggles, this news is hope and new beginnings for the next generation. Aspen and Mitch's pregnancy is especially significant because it was a new beginning for them. After reuniting through their past in Utah, their romance flourished, and in 2018, they got married. Aspen's retirement from the limelight following season 13 of Sister Wives had everyone speculating about what she had been doing. Now, as she gets ready to become a mother, she is fairly low-key, but the buzz about her pregnancy has been undeniable. She recently made an appearance on Fox 13 News in Salt Lake City to discuss some Mother's Day gift ideas. As she promoted the jewelry brand Kendra Scott, Aspen proudly showed off her growing baby bump. The timing didn't escape the news anchor, who joked about how fitting it was for Aspen, soon to be a mother herself, to be recommending gifts for moms. Though Aspen has kept her life private, her fans couldn't be happier to see her thriving. But the Brown family's experience has been filled with joy and heartache, with bad times frequently spilling over into the public domain. Garrison Brown, son of Cody and Janelle, sadly died on March 5th, 2024. The 25-year-old committed suicide in his Flagstaff, Arizona residence. His death left the Brown family shocked and grieving, particularly as Garrison had always been the happy-go-lucky brother. Janelle Brown recently poured out her grief in a tearful interview with People magazine. She described how the family could not understand the difficulties faced by Garrison. "We just had no idea he was in that place," she admitted. Garrison had never expressed signs of intense sorrow or depression. He was a humorous man with a promising career before him. Janelle later championed more constructive discussions about mental health, particularly among men. "There's no shame in getting help," she said. "We need to talk more about mental health." During the weeks after Garrison's passing, the Brown family gathered to pay tribute to him. On March 9th, 2024, Garrison was laid to rest. His cousins stood up and talked about how much they would miss him. "We love you. Without your smiling face, I don't even have a picture of you. I don't know how to put into words how much I'll miss you." Janelle has still been paying tribute to Garrison's memory with moving social media posts, remembering the huge loss. "Baby, 1 year ago," she wrote in March 2025. "We truly do miss you. I truly do miss you." As for the family, their resolve has been put to the test in unimaginable ways, yet they've stayed together. The family will see the devastating truth of Garrison's death in a future episode of Sister Wives. The show will be a poignant reminder of how short life is, and a plea for others who may be struggling to seek help.